and in this video I'm tasting some milkshakes. So I have the Super M Ultra Mel, which I didn't even know made milkshakes. I thought they just make custard, but found out now. I have a Steri Stumpie and a Woolworths milkshake. I'm going to taste all of them, I'm going to compare them, and then in the end I'll tell you which one is my favorite. If you notice, they are all chocolate flavored. It's because chocolate is my favorite flavor milkshake. So starting with the comparisons, let's start with price. The Super M was the cheapest at 17 Rand. The Ultra Mile and the Steri Stumpie was both 18 Rand. And the Woolworths milkshake, by no surprise, is the most expensive. It was 19 Rand. But it was only 2 Rand more than the cheapest one. This was 17, that was 19. So now, before I even start tasting these milkshakes, before I even open it, you gotta shake all of them because as you can see that the chocolate part has dropped down to the bottom. Before I taste any of these, I'm very suspicious of what the Ultra Mile tastes like because I only found out now that they made a milkshake. So I'm going to be pouring all 4 of them individually into these plastic cups. Let us start with the Super M. Okay, that's enough shaking. I can see that it's mixed properly. What I noticed is, if you can see, let me just move this. The Steri Stumpie doesn't have a cap. It just has this sealing on the top. The other 3 all have caps. So let's start with the Super M. To save time, let's just get this going. Looking good. Looking like brown good. The Ultra Mel smells very chocolatey. The Ultra Mel smells very good and it looks very thick. Next up, let's try out the Steri Stumpie. It's hard to pull these things off with your fingers. Mine is just slipping, that's why I'm using my teeth. The Steri Stumpie looks a lot weaker, like thinner in texture, I guess, or like. This looks nice and thick as well. So the Steri Stumpie was the only one that looked like kind of weakish. So now that I have them all poured out individually, I'm going to taste each one, and in between I'm going to have a little drink of water. So let's start up with the Super M. Not much of a smell. I mean, you can get a chocolatey smell, but it's not strong. And it looks kind of thick, but not as thick as the other ones. Let me just have a taste. Good. So it tastes good, and the sweetness is, I think, at a proper level. It's not too sweet. So now, let's try out the Ultra Mel, the suspicious Ultra Mel that I've never seen before. I never even eat breakfast today. This is like the first thing that I'm eating. Well, drinking. The Ultra Mel, they don't have much of a strong smell, but let me have a taste. Immediately I can tell that this is much more thicker than the Super M, and it even tastes better. Very thick and delicious. It's so thick that I'm not gonna finish it because it's making my saliva like thick. So in the end, I'm going to tell you which one of these 4 are my favorite. Let's try out the Steri Stumpie. This definitely looks like the weakest. If you could see, it's like just like swirling around. Nah. The Steri Stumpie is definitely last, I'll tell you now. Well, I never tasted the Woolworths one as yet, but I can tell compared to these ones. It's not bad, but it's not as good as the other 2. So now, last, let's taste the Woolworths chocolate milkshake. Has a nice smell. Let's do the swirl thing before, like how I did. This definitely looks like the thickest one of the 4. Not sure how well you can see this. Let me have a taste. Okay, this is the best. And I'm not just saying that because it's a Woolworths milkshake. It just tastes better than all the other three. It's thick, it's creamy, the sweetness is perfect, it smells nice, it tastes nice. So the winner, as you probably guessed, is the Woolworths one. It's the tastiest, it's the creamiest, it's also the most expensive, but just slightly. And in second place, I will give the Ultra Mel, which was surprisingly good, considering that I didn't even know that they make milkshake. Their custards are great, but first time drinking the milkshake. Third place, I'll give it to the Super M. The Super M is one of the most common milkshakes that you'll find in like any sort of convenience store, grocery store. So it's good. And in last place, okay, let's say fourth place, the Steri Stumpie. It's not bad, but compared to these other ones, it's not as good. I'm taking the Woolworths cap and putting it on the Steri Stumpie. This doesn't have a cap, so I guess I have to drink it all now. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments, and you could like the video and subscribe for more of these sort of food comparison videos. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Like, no joke, the Woolworths one is definitely the best, because let me try and like drop it down. You can see how long it's taking. That took like seconds just to come to the edge of the cup.